Okay, that was the... Well, I'm going to start this video over because I think I lost my other stuff, but it's the cylinder off my 200. It was just pouring oil out of it. I don't have the old seal with me. I left that in the house. And this seal is the new one, $16 and some odd cents from Agco. Couldn't really find it anywhere else. It's got, I don't know if you can see the groove there. If I can hold this at an angle, you can, without shaking. I got such shaky hands. That groove goes against the oil versus this side is flat. So when you put it in the cylinder, which I've already cleaned up, it goes in this way, down into this groove right here. Use plenty of grease to do that. The seal, here's the new seal, should have a sealer put on the outside. I don't know if it really needs it if you got an oil seal here, but I'm going to put a sealer on it. I don't think it needs it. I don't think the old one had any. But this goes with the lip out because it's a dirt seal. It's just scraping dirt. If it was an oil seal, it'd go in this way with the lip facing in. I don't know if you can see the lip here, but the lip faces out on this, goes this way. To get this cylinder apart, which I had never had one, a 200 cylinder apart, and it's been a long time since I've done any hydraulic cylinder work, but you have to work through this fitting. You take this fitting off, and this snap ring is in this groove right here, and you flip that into this groove, which I didn't know. I flipped it out, and when it flips into this deeper groove, then you can pull the whole rod out the end, because this ring, when it's here, when this ring is on here, it holds the rod so it can't push out of the cylinder. So you take the fitting off and you take a screwdriver and just pop it off, real simple. Pop it down into this groove. It's held on with these two pins. This is the upper pin up on the lift arm, just with this pin and this snap ring. Pretty simple. This pin is a longer pin. It goes down into the castings. It goes in. This is the right hand cylinder. Tractor's facing that way. Pin goes in this way with a cotter or a hairpin, good size hairpin, holds it in place. That come apart nice and easy. I'll show you where. I got the shop so packed I can't get anything in here anymore. So I got to get my steam. I got to get water down to this shop so I can use the steamer and steam everything. But not a very good picture here. But down in here where this pin goes, right there, and it slides all the way, and then the hairpin goes in here. Up here, I don't know if you can make it out, probably can't. There's a pin that goes through here. That's the top pin, that short pin. So I will work on this and put it together and see if I don't know if I can blend it. I'll stop this, put this on pause, and hopefully I can blend it. I don't know how to edit. Lots of things I gotta learn, I guess. I'll see how this all goes. I'll have to use I got a seal installing kit. I can tap that in pretty easy. I'm gonna use chain and cable lube. I think that works pretty good for putting this kind of thing together. We'll see what happens. This one's got some slight, I can't feel the scoring. I took some 800 grit sandpaper and went over it. This one, I can't feel it right now, but before I went over it with the sandpaper, I could just barely feel that. It's hit something or had a chain hooked around it or something. I've seen people hook chains in the most stupid places sometimes. And here's a gouge here, so something's hit this at one time. That's out here, so this ain't gonna hurt nothing. But this one, hopefully I can maybe feel it. My pinky finger hasn't been smashed up so much over the years. I can feel the divot there, but I took 800 grit went over the whole thing. Otherwise, it's just got these really small scoring. That's from running dirty oil at one time. Farmers, a lot of people just don't want to, I shouldn't say farmers, hobby farmers, everybody, they just neglect machinery sometimes. This isn't too bad. I've seen much worse than this. My only concern is this right here, which is bare. I can hardly feel it. So we'll see if it gives out in a couple of years, I'll be looking for another cylinder or see if I can get this piece new from Agco or whatnot. So, all right, we'll see what happens. Okay, I've got this seal. I got the seal down in there. That went in really nice and easy. And I put in this dirt seal. I didn't use any sealer. If oil leaks by there, it's going to come flowing out anyway. I don't know why I thought I even needed to. But I used this just to tap it in. Nothing special. Tapped it in flush. Done. So we'll see what happens next. I'll get this ring onto this deep groove, slide it in there, and then pop the ring into there. We'll see how that goes. If I had something to set this camera on, you could watch, but we'll see what happens. Okay, there's the ring in that groove. Now, I'm going to grease this up a little bit. Hang on. All right, I got it all full of chain and cable lube. See if I can do this gently with one hand. This is very heavy, by the way, for the size of it. I'm gonna have to set this down. Okay, so here I've got it together. I went and turned to make sure and looked in there, make sure, because I don't like the way these things go together, because I'm always scared I'm gonna cut that seal. You can't see what's going on, and you got these grooves here, and if you cut it, but I turn it and look in where that ring sits now and where it will sit, and I didn't see any rubber in it, so hopefully everything is fine. But this is where you work through, and you take a screwdriver. Let me see if I can grab one. And you just work through here. I'm gonna have to set the phone down, but you're gonna have to you move this ring that way into the next groove. There's another groove there, and you go turn it. You get it all in there, and then it's together. And you put your fitting back on with a little sealer, and put it on the tractor. It really isn't that tough. So, I don't know who builds these cylinders, or I doubt they're Allis built. There's some kind of numbers there. But MAC, don't know what that means. Anyway, I will finish putting it together. Okay, there, the where the groove, where you see that groove is where the cylinder or ring was, and well, looks like I gotta grab. Pin in here so I can turn it and set the phone down a sec. So there is where the pin is now. If you can see in there, the ring is now. So it went really easy. You just pry it in, get it started with a screwdriver, and then rotate this rod with the screwdriver held in. So I was able to do it by myself. It ain't too bad. And you just rotate it, and it falls right in as you rotate, holding the screwdriver, and one hand turning the rod. So this thing, I'll put the fitting on with some sealer and slip it back onto the tractor, and then the other side drips quite a bit, so I might as well, since it's sitting here, I got the parts, I might as well do the other side right away. That's all I have for now.